Hello everyone, welcome back to the Revival. Today we take on Manchester City at home at St James's Park. But first, I need to let you know about the last game that we played against Aston Villa. It started off in the worst possible way. We conceded after 3 minutes, Wesley sticking the ball in the back of the net, pretty much straight from the kickoff. Somehow managed to completely elude both our centre-backs. He was in acres of space and he just rolled it past the goalkeeper. Nothing that Angus Gunn could do about it. But never mind, these things happen. What happened after that was absolutely astounding. We scored 3 goals in reply, no answer after that from Aston Villa. They looked dangerous on the counter, but they never really were able to get another decent opportunity on goal. Goals from Timo Werner, Henriks amazingly scoring a goal, having played a 1-2 with Almiron through the middle, and then Almiron actually finishing up with the third goal, actually mopping up his own rebound. Again, a 1-2, running deep from midfield. Timo Werner doing absolutely. He was doing bits this match, I tell you. He scored a goal, he got an assist as well. He played Almiron through. Almiron struck the bar, not the bar, sorry. He struck the post and on his right foot, and then when it rebounded, he rolled it into the net on his left. So I suppose really Almiron assisted Almiron. It wasn't Werner at all. But yeah, a really good result, a really good performance, and it gave me a bit more confidence coming into this match against the mighty Manchester City. A completely different prospect to Aston Villa, of course, but you know you have to take your positives where you can find them. Speaking of taking positives, you can see here that Maximin is now a French international. He's been called up by the French national team, and not before time, I have to say. He's been more than deserving of a chance to represent the French national team, and now he's finally got it. So today, as I said, we're going to be playing against Manchester City. We have the advantage of being at home, but honestly, that didn't do us much help last time against Arsenal. Speaking of Arsenal, they won their next match, and so did Chelsea. So everyone still as they were at the top of the league. Manchester United also winning, so it's becoming reasonably congested at the top of the league table. I'm not even going to consider what could happen if we lose this match, because we're not going to. We're going to win this match. We're going to do it convincingly. I've decided. Now I've spoken, so it shall be done. Right, so we're going to go with pretty much the same team that played last time, which is Maximan on the right, Junior on the left, Almiron playing for Shelvey in the middle. Shelvey still a little bit lacking in stamina. Zakaria still not looking too great, but I might actually risk him instead of Hayden because Hayden is looking knackered. And we'll put Hayden on the bench just on the off chance that we need him. Since we already have Shelvey on the bench, Xavi's going to have to make way for him. So Hayden can be there in case of emergency. And I think that is going to pretty much do for the first team lineup. Yeah, I think that's going to do us. Okay, so that's how we're going to line up today against Manchester City. A City team that contains the likes of... is that Darren Ward in goal? John Stones, Laporte, Alexandro, Conseillo's playing, Rodri's playing, Silva is still at the club, De Bruyne very much still at the club. Nathan, I've got no idea. Answers on a postcard for that one, people. Riyad Mahrez and Gabriel Jesus. So at least we're not going to have to come up against the mercurial Argentinian centre forward this time round. That is Kun Aguero. Let's get straight into the game. Hope that we can get a better result than we did last time. I hope you're having a good day today. I think if I've got my days correct, then it's Thursday. I hope you've had a lovely Wednesday and that whenever you're watching this on your Thursday that you're having a good day. I am posting these videos a lot earlier now. I made the decision at the beginning of this week that instead of publishing at 10 AM, we were going to publish videos at 7 AM, which will probably make things easier for like 1 or 2 of you who might want to get this video in before starting work. Honestly, the idea that someone would actually want to make the effort to watch one of these videos still baffles me and still humbles me. But you know, I'm very, very happy and glad that all of you guys are watching these videos and apparently enjoying them as much as you are. So here we go, we kick off, and straight away Zakaria has given the ball away to Manchester City, and they're playing with the pace and verve that you would expect from a Pep Guardiola side. But we might have a chance here if Werner can get the right side of his defender. No, he can't. Defenders learning how to defend against him very, very quickly. He's not scored anywhere near as many goals as he did this time last season. But of course the season is early, and a hat-trick here or there will absolutely help his goal-scoring tally. City, unusually for them playing a long ball, but it has worked out for them, and now they've got the ball in the middle. They're spraying the ball all over the place. They're doing a very good job, and we managed to retrieve it, and now we can try and hit them on the break instead. That's nice if we can keep it in, which we can't, unfortunately. It was a lovely idea, a lobbed through ball out to the left-hand side where there was plenty of space. Oh, hello. It's a chance. It's a goal. Timo Werner. He's an absolute predator. He can sniff a half chance even when I'm not paying attention. And Manchester City, not for the first time against Newcastle United, have absolutely cocked it up royally in defence. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Goalkeeper not happy. And frankly, who can blame him? It's the Manchester City number 14. And we're just going to have a quick look to see who that is. Oh, it's Laporte. Oh dear, oh dear. He was absolutely caught napping there. Manchester City, of course, not been the same since talismanic Belgian defender and captain of the side, whose name I cannot now remember for the life of me. It's on the tip of my tongue, I just can't think of it. God damn it. Anyway, you know who I'm talking about. Since he decided to leave the club, like, Manchester City just defensively have been nowhere near as secure. Very much a case of, I think, when Liverpool lose Virgil van Dijk, I think that's going to be very similar. You, of course, don't hope that anyone gets injured, but it will be interesting to see if he is laid off for a couple of weeks. Oh dear, we're giving a foul away there. Whether that will throw a spanner into the works for Newcastle. Vincent Kompany. It's just come to me. It's Vincent Kompany. How could I forget that name? Good Lord. Head it over the bar. It's the safest thing to do in that situation. I've learned my lesson as far as defensive headers are concerned. Don't use the X button. Don't try passing it back to the goalkeeper. Just use the shoot button and get it well clear. City threatening on the flanks. If they get a good ball into the box, we could be in trouble, and they have managed to get a half-decent one in. But we've gotten away with it, although we've surrendered possession very, very easily. Zakaria not having a good game, and unfortunately he's yet to really have a string of good performances, and that means that the criticism that's being let me get my words out straight. The criticism that's being levelled at him at the moment, somewhat justified. Oh dear, that's a bad pass. And we've let them in here a little bit. Luckily, they've decided to pass the ball back, and that has allowed us to get away with it. Ball goes out of play for a Newcastle throw. Not the best play at the moment. We're going to have to tighten things up. Really, we're only ahead because of a Manchester City blooper. That's a good tackle from Zakaria, and he just plays a simple ball back. Oh, but we've squandered it. Zakaria again winning the ball. It's good to see that his defending isn't any worse for wear. Werner putting pressure on the centre-back and the goalkeeper, and he has to just pump it long. Oh, nearly. You could see what he was trying to do. There was just a nice little lobbed ball through to his strike partner. Couldn't quite do it. Zakaria with the tackle again. He's starting to come alive now. Intricate little passes trying to cut through the City defence. Not quite coming off, but threatening. We're definitely threatening something here. And that's a really poor pass from the City right back. Don't expect to see that kind of play from a Manchester City player. Normally so assured in possession and passing. Zakaria with a good head on the ball to Nkunku. Almiron now. He's got a through ball to Werner. Takes a shot. Oh! So close. Goalkeeper just about getting a hand to it. Ward is really doing his stock no harm whatsoever. Almiron here. He's got a good left foot on him, so he could get a cross in if he gets some space. He's found the space. It's not a bad little cross. Unfortunately, it can't beat the first man. But if there had been a left wing forward looking to get into that area, that could have been good. And there's nothing wrong with that tackle. I'm terribly sorry, referee, but I'm going to have to disagree with you here. That is not a foul. As we watch on the replay, all he does is kick the ball away. The player runs into him, and apparently that's a foul. Really going to have to do something about this collision detection here, Konami. Not very happy about this at all. Head it over again. Going to concede a corner, but better that than a goal. We can marshal our defence a little bit better from a set piece, hopefully. Uh-oh. Ooh, well, the goalkeeper equal to it in the end. But if the City player had put any direction on that shot whatsoever, it could have been a very different story. And that's it, a 1-0 half-time lead from Newcastle United at half-time. It was a pretty decent half of football. 2 shots were both on target to Manchester City's 1 effort, which we saw late in the first half there. Long-range effort for a crowd of players, and those things normally can go anywhere. And they have been known to before. We've been undone by a couple of nasty deflections. So far, it has to be said, Manchester City not really levelling the kind of threat at us that we would normally expect to see. And Dennis Zakaria, for my money, has done a pretty decent job of screening that back four. And there he goes again. Absolutely outstanding. Oh, Maximan's got the legs on this defence. He hasn't got the finish, though. I don't know what that animation was. I didn't tell him to stop running. He just seemingly halted and then had to readjust his body and hit the shot on the slide almost. It's a shame because he definitely had the defenders beaten for pace. He just couldn't get an angle on goal to be able to really put a threatening shot in. This is why I normally prefer to play him on the left-hand side, because he's better able to more naturally cut in on his favoured right foot. Oh, this is a chance. It's a goal. Vinicius Junior. He's really become something of a cult hero here at Newcastle. And I have to throw out a big thank you to... I'm going to say it. Assistant manager here, Simon Humphreys, for recommending the player. Assistant manager or chief scout? I'm going to call... No, you're the chief scout, Simon, I've decided. If you're happy with that, let me know in the comments. Chief scout Simon Humphreys coming up trumps for me with that recommendation. Obviously not a unknown player, Vinicius Junior, but certainly a player that I wouldn't have necessarily have aimed to sign. And now it's really starting to come off for us. And another foul, and I can't believe the number of fouls that we've given away in this game. One of them is going to punish us, but at least now we have a 2-goal cushion. I mean, I can see why it would be given as a foul, but I still don't think it is one. Right, come on, boys. Get your heads on this. Oh, that's a close effort. David Silva, he's got all the talent in the world. If you'd put anyone on the end of that chance, he would be one of them. I'm amazed he's still playing for City. I'm going to have to look at his age after the game to see whether or not he's a regen or not. So here we go. Newcastle down the left-hand side. Vinicius Junior, plenty of room to do something with it. Tries cutting the ball back to Nkunku. Can't quite manage it, unfortunately. And now City able to play it out on the left-hand side as they look at it. And I can't believe that stayed in. Oh, it's a nice idea. Oh, actually, that has broken for Newcastle. Oh, and you know what? If Werner had actually maintained that run, could have been a chance there. It's a shame, but it is what it is. Oh, City. That's very good from Hummels. He just gets his body in the way. You can't beat that kind of experience. You really can't. Here's Maximan. Oh, no, he can't quite get free. Henriks, Maximan. It was never going in. I wondered if maybe Werner might be able to get underneath it. But it had so much airtime that the goalkeeper was never going to get beaten for that ball. That's good hustle by Maximan. He doesn't win a tackle, but he gets his body in the way of the ball. And he gave us the opportunity to win it. We didn't take it, unfortunately. Oh, that's brilliant. Willem's doing a very good job there. And, oh, no. I wondered if we might be able to release Werner. But I don't think that he was onside, even if we did get that pass through to him. That's good, though. Newcastle just popping it around, looking for an opening. And they might have had one here. And here's Maximan. And if he can get past the defender, there's a ball in the middle. He's found it. Ah, Werner just, it's a little bit too far ahead of him in the end. He can't quite get onto it. But it's lovely movement. I'm going to look at changes that we can make now. I'm going to leave Zakaria on because despite the fact, and this is why I probably shouldn't put so much faith in these form arrows, because I think Zakaria has had a very good game. We're going to shore things up in defence. Just put Matcha on for Willems, who's not had the worst game, but he's not exactly popped up in an attacking sense. So we'll drop the attacking fullbacks off in a minute. And I just want to shore up the midfield a little bit. So what we're going to do is just pop Shelvey in alongside Nkunku. And we might leave one on the bench just for now, just in case someone pulls up with an injury. Okay, we've turned the attacking fullbacks off now. Oh, that's a good shot. It's a very good shot. Still waiting for the ball to go out of play so that these substitutions can be made. Henriks, very good there with the header. Oh, oh my word, that is a finish and a half by Junior, his second of the game. He had an option in the middle. He didn't need it. A little bit of the R2 button, and that was all he needed. And he just bent it around the goalkeeper. Oh, you cheeky thing. Brilliant, brilliant play. They thought he was going to go for the through ball for Werner. He didn't. He found Junior out wide. And this is the kind of goal normally that Maximan would benefit from, being as he is naturally right-footed. And that's why I was saying to play a right-footer on the left-hand side gives them an advantage. That's great, great play. Junior doing a very good job there. And he's absolutely been a superstar for us in this game. Good tackle by Henriks. No foul there. Willems, no, not Willems, sorry, Maximan. Willems isn't on the pitch anymore. Shelvey. That's a lovely little ball he's played out there. Good play. Oh, just not quite able to put the ball around. He got too much on it, if anything. Maximan doing a great job with the pass, though. Just slide rule pass into his strike partner, Werner. Really, maybe Werner should have been thinking about holding that ball up and trying to play it further across the face of goal, perhaps. And that will probably be the last that we see of Werner this game, because I'm tempted to bring on Joel Linton. In fact, I am bringing on Joel Linton. The talismanic Brazilian forward that made Newcastle his home only 3 short seasons ago. There's a sign that Werner's had a very good game. Of course he has. He scored the opener. But his rating must have been good. And it probably will be good when we get to the end of the game. Because you don't often get animations like that unless a player has had a decent day of it. Zakaria as well, for my money, has had a very good game. And I'll be insanely disappointed if he gets gypped by the rating system. But there we go, end of the game. It is 3-0 to Newcastle United. Really, really happy with that result. It's more than I would have hoped for. It's good to see those little celebrations between players starting to be fostered as well. It shows that the spirit within the team is right up there where it needs to be. No need to watch the highlights, we've already seen them, and Manchester City will only be embarrassed anyway. So there we go, final score. Newcastle United 3, Manchester City 0. We didn't have as much of the ball as they did, but we used it a damn sight better, even though our passing success rate was less. That just shows that we were trying more risky balls for me. 8 shots, 5 on target, 3 of those going in. We were very busy in the tackle, very busy in the interceptions. City more busy in the interceptions, but I think that just goes to show that we were trying those risky balls and they weren't quite coming off. So, the ratings, and straight away I look for Dennis Zakaria and I see he was given a 6.5. I'll take it. Vinicius Junior and Timo Werner both earning a 7.5. Junior, of course, getting the man of the match due to the fact that he scored 2 goals. Nkunku getting a 7, that's not too bad. Hummel's only getting a 4.5. I'm slightly disappointed that yet again it's gypped one of our players when we've had such a good performance. We haven't conceded any goals. I don't get the problem. So there we go. Other results today. Arsenal drew 0-0 with Bournemouth, which sees us extend our lead over them. Unfortunately, Chelsea beating Burnley 4-0, so we haven't been able to catch up with them at the top of the table. There's the rest of the results for those of you that have access to a pause button. And that is the Premier League table as it stands. We're sitting comfortably in second place, but of course as defending champions, that's not where we want to be. Right, so next up is the Champions League. We'll be visiting, well, we won't be visiting anywhere because our match is going to be at home against Valencia. Here we go, all of the normal monthly reports. Just going to clear those. Ratings, let's have a look. So, who's doing all right? Biglia has gone up by 2, so he's developing nicely. Ryan Babel has gone up by 1 to 77. Okay, well, I mean, most of these players are going to end up leaving us because I don't want to oversaturate the team with regens. So there we go. That will do. Until next time, thank you very much for watching. It's been a good one. Take care. Bye-bye.